everyone, my name is Raidu. Today I'm going to show you how to create a sample Spring Boot application. So I'm going to use IntelliJ in order to create a Spring Boot application. So when you open IntelliJ, you need to click create a new project and then go to Spring Initializer. You'll be having an option here and then choose the project SDK and the initialize service URL is by default populated by Spring Boot IntelliJ, and then click next, and then you can leave all these to default. These are just useful in creating the jar, and you can either choose the type as Maven or else Gradle. So I'm going to choose Gradle in here, so I choose Gradle project and just click next. And these are all the dependencies that you can download. So the IntelliJ will be adding all these dependencies if you choose any of them. Because this is a sample application, I'm going to just choose web and then click next, and you can give a name for this and you can choose a location where you want this to be. So I'm going to choose workspace and then call it as demo and then just click finish. So which is going to create a basic application, and here it's asking us to give the Gradle version. Here I'm going to use Gradle wrapper, which is recommended also. The reason is you need not install Gradle locally. When you have Gradle wrapper, each wrapper is associated to a Gradle version. Suppose you're going to build this application somewhere else, so just use the Gradle version and there won't be any mismatch between the Gradle locally and the version that's the project and the project that's built on. So that's how it is. And as IntelliJ did not identify this as a Gradle project, we're going to ask IntelliJ to identify this. So we're going to close that and then import the project again as a Gradle project this time. So choose your project. So mine is under runs workspace, and then choose demo and then click OK. And you want to import it as a Gradle project, so select Gradle and then click next, and again say use the default Gradle wrapper and then just click finish. So here now it identifies it as a Gradle project, and if you can add dependencies, you can see all the Gradle tasks that are present here, and if you click this it will reload all the dependencies for you. So if you look at the build.gradle file, because we have selected the Spring Boot starter web, it has added that as a dependency for you, and it has downloaded all the required ones for you. Okay, so if you look at the dependencies, you can look at the dependencies. So this is the one, and it has also downloaded all the required dependencies for the Spring Web to work. Okay, so if you look at the source folder, you have main, Java, and you have application demo. And in order to denote an application as a Spring Boot application, you denote it with a @Spring Boot application. And in the main method, you just click Spring application.run, and the class that you're defining as Spring Boot application. And so this is all that you need to do for an application to be a Spring Boot application. Now you can add some to make it a REST style API. You can just create a class called before that you can create a package for controllers. So create a package, new package com.example.controllers, and then click OK. So you create a controllers package, and you can add a new Java class, and you can name it as REST controller now, and then click OK. So for Spring to identify it as a REST controller, you need to annotate it with so REST controller. So, and then you need to create some kind of action. So this, as is this basic action, basic example, I'm going to create a basic action which returns just a string, which is just hello world for now. So we're naming it as written hello world for the action, and then here we're returning hello world. So we have written an action and we need to map it to some kind of URL. So the way we do that is we do request mapping and then give it a path, and just give it a slash so that this loads here as soon as you click localhost 8080. So this is like a default, and then you can give it a method just to say that it's only used for get. So the way you do that is request method dot get. Okay, so that's all you need to do for a REST controller and an action. And now you need to start this. The way you do that here is you can either go to terminal and then do Spring Boot run app or something like that, some kind of commands, or else you can go here, choose a Spring Boot, add a configuration, give it a name, start something, some random name, start app, and then you just define the main class for that. If you want to give any VM options, you can give them, or just apply and then click OK. Now when you start the app, it starts the app at a default port, which is localhost, which is 8080. So, and then let's wait a second for it to start. Okay, it has started at Tomcat, started on port 8080. So now if you go to browser and then go to localhost colon 8080, you'll just see hello world. So if you try anything else, you'd see some kind of error. It is saying 404. Right. So that's a basic Spring Boot app. Thank you very much.